is called Desire, and it's off the latest album by Matt Cardle. And I say album, I'm actually holding a record, and it's a double record, Time to Be Alive, and it's a very sexy picture on the front. How long did it take to do that?
Oh,
I mean, not that you're not very sexy,
actually, no.
but I was just thinking, no, what I was going to say is, because you're surrounded by water droplets, or is that actually fake?
That was real, actually. I was just going to say, it took a long time to get there, and then it took about 10 minutes in Photoshop.
Right.
No, it was a very skilled photographer called Sarah.
Are you actually wet at all?
I'm actually wet, yeah, I'm soaking.
Oh, okay, just checking.
It was warm water, which was a bit disconcerting now. We're pouring warm water over your head, and when you're not in a shower, warm water's a little bit odd. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah, slightly dribbly.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Weird.
Yeah. So here you are. You've got this album out, and I say it's an album. I mean, you can download, stream, just do whatever.
You can steal it if you like. Do you know what I mean? Like you can illegally download. It's fine as long as you enjoy it. You know.
Can I just say,
what a clip!
No, we're not.
I like
we
that.
really are not actually trying to say that anybody should be doing this. After all, you know, you're doing. I think I do. I find it extraordinarily difficult to understand how any musician makes any money at the moment because of the fact that you can illegally download it, which Matt Cardle has now just actually seemed to sanction.
Did you illegally download your own album, Matt Cardle?
No, I didn't. I bought it. I bought it for $7.99 on iTunes. No, you know, it's one of those things. I just want people to come to. The thing is, Penny, is like you have to come to a show. That the only way you can really guarantee, you know, no one can no one can steal a live show. So if you get the album through any means, you know, stream it or buy it or steal it, and you enjoy it, and you want to come down to the show, hopefully, fingers crossed, and that's
and that is, as you say, that is how musicians these days actually make their money.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only guarantee. I think, you know, one of the only guarantees.
And when did you do it? So you're in the role of Wally Strand in Strictly Ballroom the musical.
Yes.
Took over from Will Young.
Yes, that was very intimidating, Penny. Like, I've been a huge fan of Will for a long time, and you go and do show watches to get your head around the show and around the role, and seeing him singing it every night was very, very scary. But it's an amazing role. It's an amazing show. Very, very lucky to be a part of it.
And it's at the Piccadilly Theatre, and you started 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, so I'm just.
So by that time, everything was finished on the album. You'd done all that.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't like to cross over too much, you know. Like, I like to keep the theatre stuff and my album stuff totally separate, and I've managed to do that so far, which is good.
Yeah, and anything in particular that's difficult in the show, where you think, thank goodness that one's finished?
No, would you actually, Penny? The thing with the role of Wally is it's unlike any theatre role that I've come across before, where you actually cross the fourth wall, you interact with the audience.
Yeah,
I'm narrating.
You're the kind of facilitator, narrator.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Kind of everything, really.
So however the crowd are, it reflects on, you know, on me, and however I am reflects on the crowd. So it's a bit of a give and take with the crowd. So when I did another show, Memphis, it was very much, I'm in a scene, you don't cross the fourth wall, it's just you and the other actors. But this is like, I'm like, hey guys, and if they're flat, I'm like, right, we need to pick these guys up a little bit, you know what I mean? And sometimes they'll be over the other way, you'll be like, hey, and then shouting out and screaming, and it's like, well, we need to settle them down a little bit. So it's a fun role, but it's quite, you know, it can be tricky at times.
How long had Will Young been doing the role for before you took over?
I think 4 months.
Oh, so it's not that long.
So it's very new to the West End. I think it's only been in the Piccadilly Theatre for 4 months plus, maybe.
What advice did he give you when you swapped over?
I mean, there was a lot of the stuff was just about, you know, because the role of it interjects a lot. There's scenes, and I kind of sew scenes together. Yeah. I mean, it's very important that I'm there to tell the audience where we're going next. You know, at the start, you've got to let them know that it's a comedy. You know, because it is a comedy show.
It is well over the top.
It is.
It's well over the top.
Have you seen it, Penny?
Yeah, God, I went on opening night. I went on opening night. I just no. I just thought the sequin spangles. Yeah, it's got my name all over it. Tell you what, no, I really, really enjoyed it. I did not expect to, because I was just thinking, how are they going to? Because I loved that film.
Yes.
And I just thought, how is this going to work? And it was so brilliant. And you wear quite glittery costumes. Do you like?
No, I don't. I don't. Will did. I don't. No, Penny, no. No, I know.
No, what? The spangly catsuit? You're not wearing it?
No, like, that was another thing. I was trying to imagine me doing it, and all I could see was Will in this spangly catsuit, and I was like, I just can't see myself in that. Can't see myself in that.
So what, hot pants? pants, pink hot
No,
pants?
no, actually.
not jeans and
I had a
a
lovely
t-shirt.
conversation with Baz Luhrmann's wife, and she said, look, and it was very strange. I never thought I'd have this much control. And Catherine said, what kind of thing would you be comfortable in? And I was like, well, I don't know.
Pajamas?
I'm in a suit.
I'm always comfortable in a pyjama.
Well, look, I've come a little bit overly comfy today. I'm sorry about that.
But
I've
look
got
at that. You're wearing a vest.
I know.
Sloppy.
No, but
it's even a sloppy vest, and it's not even white.
It is
What
white.
I think you've been.
I've spilled coffee Patron down the front of
Listen,
it.
if you're going to do a whitewash, then only put it in with whites.
I'm guilty of that. Penny, I'm guilty.
How does it work with the post X Factor life? Do you all have like a WhatsApp group where you and Alexandra Burke talk about
Can
what
you
life's like now?
Oh, I'd love that WhatsApp group.
No, it doesn't.
Screenshots to those, please.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, I wish we did. That would be hilarious.
Oh, please do. Please do. I tell you what, we're going to listen to another song.
Okay.
We're all busy nattering, and we're all polishing off the final bit of Barry Bearer's coffee tequila.
I need to pour some more.
And Matt was saying, you were saying that this is...
What time is your
That's
first
my
show?
favourite. It's my first show's at 2:30. It's fine. I've got a pillow in my bag. I'm going to go and sleep at the theatre.
yeah, but you were saying this is one of the drinks that you actually would have on a night out.
Yeah, I mean, I love it.
I've never heard of it. I must have missed out.
It's
Yeah.
so tasty.
Yeah.
You want to enjoy a shot.
Yeah, we should say that song, by the way, was called "I'm Not Letting Go Yet." You've managed to. How have you've done? It's four-sided. This is so it's two records, but you've only got 4, 3, 4, 3. So you haven't got very many songs on each side.
No, you need to be up and down to the turntable. The thing is, Penny, what happens
Unless
is
you could get it flicking over like a pancake.
Well, the more you put on a record, the less the quality dips towards the edge of the record. So we wanted to keep every song as high quality as possible, and it's quite a long album. It took me 3 years to make, so I should think it's over 45 minutes.
Who did you like?
If it was half an hour and it took me 3 years, to be like, mate.
And am I right in thinking that you've co-written most of them, almost all of them?
All of them bar one, yes.
All of them bar one, and you've played many of the instruments on them as well.
I did, yeah. I do play guitar and keys and stuff, but I mean,
Trombone.
No, I don't blow horns. No, I wish I did.
Triangle.
Yeah, obviously. That's my favourite part.
I love it. I'd love to be a triangle player in your
Like Baldrick at the end of the intro for Blackadder. Just ting out of time.
Yeah, I know. But it must be awful to be a triangle player, because the amount of counting that you must do, and then of course if you do it wrong, ting, and then everybody looks at you. Wrong place.
I know that, and a tambourine player, because it cuts through absolutely everything, the tambourine. So if you're not on it, it's awful.
Yeah. Andrew, the producer, thinks we've had too much drink.
Really?
Can I just say, Andrew, the producer, that no, we haven't. These are tiny pipettes of drink. They look bigger than they are. Shh. He won't notice. He won't notice if we don't say anything.
So me saying the bottle's empty is not a good thing. No, it's not really, is it?
Yeah.
And Matt, how long? You said we mentioned Will Young was in the show for 4 months. How long are you going to be in it? The show?
I'm going to be in it. We are running it at least till the end of October. I think there's talk of extension. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about that.
Right, an extension. Always nice to have an extension. Always very useful. Do you know what? The extension always, to me now, an extension is always a lead for people's plugs for putting their stupid mobile phones on. No, there aren't enough plugs in this house. I need to plug my phone in. And also, of course, must be talk of a tour for you.
Absolutely, yes. That would be next year. But we've still got singles to release and videos to make and things like that. But now I'm actually...
Are you wetting all the videos?
I'm not.
Just like on the front of
Do you know
this.
what, Penny?
Warm water.
It's like, if there's one thing I really... if there's one thing I dislike about the music... putting music out is making videos, because
just have fun.
Well, I wish I could, but when everyone's
just make one next door with Barry Vera's food.
Well, maybe if you bring a couple of bottles of coffee Patron around, I'll be fine.
You went on X Factor and you don't like people looking at you.
Weird, isn't it? I know, but it's like when I'm singing or doing something I know I can...
Should have gone on The Voice.
I know, yeah. That swiftly becomes the X Factor once the chairs are still around, though. I mean, let's face it. So, yeah, I don't like being the centre of attention on a set like that, and people have,
I tell you what, I think we all do quite like being the centre of attention, us lot in here. So I tell you what, why don't you be our backing singer, and we'll just mouth the words, and we'll be at the front, because I think in a spangly catsuit I can make my own and everything.
I'd watch it.
I'll back you up.
Yeah. No, you're going to be in the front. We're all at the front. Yeah. Barry's going to be in Spangles. We're all in Spangles. We're going to be like ABBA with Matt Cardle in the background.
That'd be great.
Yeah. And we can paint Dan's head in different colours.
Yeah, you can paint my bald head in
Why
different
not?
colours.
Why not?
I'll be there with the triangle. Yeah.
Matt's actually now looking worried. Matt, thank you very much for coming in. The album in all its forms available to pay for. It's called Time to Be Alive, and it's got a splendid picture of a moist Matt on the front.
Thank you, Penny.
And Strictly is on at the moment at the Piccadilly Theatre.